just I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. From Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the hoe just wobble wobble. Just thought he's fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. Finish the bottle when that whole thing she a model. She in the mirror like it's showtime, the Apollo. Catch up the phone, now I pull up in the Tahoe. Thought it's boring, I ain't calling unless she swallow. She don't listen, I ain't tripping, she don't follow. Got another wetty swerving on her potholes. Got another thought, he thinks she hit the lotto. She pop a perky, then she chase it with Moscato. This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers. I took his bitch and then I took his plug, nigga. Have her back, I'm getting to the bag, nigga. Bust in your house, I'm running through your stash, nigga. On the grand flashing all that cash, nigga. Part in my back, I'm counting all these stacks, nigga. Gucci duffel Louis on my ass, nigga. Hennessy and TNT, we blast, nigga. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. From Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the hoe just wobble wobble. Just thought he's fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. This whole insect, she fucking on the day.
I am in the building.
Coming out of sock, she lost her damn shoe.
I am in the building.
And she ain't got no damn clue. Roll up those and weed and smoking bamboo. Smoking jelly.
Welcome to the pre-election party.
Me, cause we look like some movie stars. The study moving faster.
We in the building tonight.
Coming through the door with no pain.
Hold on.
Papa Molly's and you know she took a Zanny bar. Talking about a Mazda is a family car. I hit her with a curve, then the coup de grace. Zillow games, I'm shaking up the dice, baby. She wanna stay with me so we can make the night, baby. She wanna be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the hoe just wobble wobble. Just thought he's fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby.
Welcome to the check-in report. I am your humble yet gracious host, True and Living. I am in the building. I'm not your homie. I'm the one and only Macaroni. Welcome to the show, y'all. I said welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the pre-election party. The election will be going on tomorrow night. Are you ready? You will have a new presidente tomorrow. Do we have any early voters in here? Any early voters in the building? Salute to Mad Kings. Do we have any early voters? Any early voters in the building? Anybody voted early? Anybody excited for tomorrow night? This is the pre-election party, man. This is the pre-election party.
Oh my God!
And I thought it would be fitting for us to, look at some old footage. Look at some old footage when it comes to Kamala Harris. Salute to Sinclair. I see Sinclair's in the building. What's up to Sinclair? I thought it would be fitting tonight for us to, look at some old footage of Kamala Harris. Go through a little timeline, if you will. Let's go back to a couple of moments that we all remember, fresh in our heads. I thought we would take a ride down memory lane and take a look at some of her old footages of Kamala Harris. We're gonna get into what was that, when they had the debate. We're gonna play that debate as well. But I thought this would be a good night to just go through a couple of old things that Kamala has said, Kamala has did. Maybe you guys could refresh my memory on some things. Maybe there's some clips that I should pull up that you guys could recommend to me. Maybe we should take a gander at a couple of other footages and other clips. But yeah, I want to take a look at some old footages of Kamala. Something that she said. Listen, tomorrow is going to be a very important night. Tomorrow will go down as the most important election of our lifetime. Make no mistake about it. Who will you be voting for? Will you be voting for Donald Trump? Kamala Harris? Maybe you're an independent. You're going to vote independently. Who will you be voting for? Let your vote be heard. What did Diddy say? Vote or die. You're seeing how the Democrats did him, right? You're seeing how the Democrats did all that shucking and jiving Diddy did back in the day with the vote or die campaign and campaigning for Barack Obama. All the Democrats, they act like like he ain't in the big house suffering. All that work he did for the Democrats, and they acting like they act like they don't know he's suffering in that jail. Will Joe Biden give Diddy a pardon? I think Diddy is more than deserving to get a presidential pardon from Biden. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that, because we do have to talk about who Joe Biden will be pardoning. I'm sure Hunter Biden will be on that list. Now, if he could pardon Hunter Biden, I think he should be able to pardon Diddy. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's go into some old footage of Kamala Harris. This is one of my favorite clips of hers, where she's talking about the reparations for foundational Black Americans. We're going to take a gander at this.
Do you support reparations for Black people?
Do you support reparations for Black people, Kamala? We want to know. We deserve to know. It's all right to know. Now, I want to start at the genesis. I think that it's important that we start with this clip. I think that this is the first clip to start with. It's very important. Now, this was primarily the #1 reason why I decided to kick in the back of Kamala Harris. This was my genesis. When I saw this video, I was absolutely disgusted. Oh my God! I was disgusted at this video, and if you've been wondering why I've been doing these streams, kicking in the back of the Democrats, kicking in the backs of Kamala Harris, scrutinizing her, criticizing her, questioning her blackness, clowning her rallies, clowning the cooning and the buffooning at the campaign rallies that she does. It all started with this video right here. Oh my God! So this beautiful sister on the screen right here, she asked Kamala Harris a question. Do you support reparations? And let's get into Kamala Harris's answer.
Well, listen, again.
Well, listen what? Listen what? Black people have been suffering for over 400 years. Listen what? Get your little high yellow ass in that White House and push through that reparations bill. Listen what? Black people been listening for the last 40 years to the Democrats. We've been showing up to the damn rallies. We've been voting for you, campaigning for you. Listen what? Listen what? Listening. You ain't got time to listen to you. push through our agendas like you do for the immigrant class. Push through our agendas like you do the Asian community. Maybe we should talk about the Asian hate crime bill a little bit later today. We should talk about the Asian. We're gonna kick in the backs of the Democrats tonight. Like we always do. It's really nothing. We're gonna kick in the backs of the Democrats like we always do. And I want you guys to if there's any clips that I forgot to add, because I kind of was rushing. I was just thinking about a couple of clips that I should add to this. I do have the clip where where they question her on the border. I have that clip. There's a couple other things, but there's probably clips that I missed. So please recommend me some clips that I probably missed when it comes to Kamala Harris. But let's listen to her spin this whole reparations spill. Let's get into this.
We had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier.
You know what the funny thing about the Democrats? And I've said this before. Nobody can articulate the black struggle like the Democrats. Or they can articulate the pain and the suffering that black people are going through. They can articulate how black people have not had an equal footing in this country. They could talk about the post-traumatic slave syndrome. They could talk about the redlining, the poverty, the pain, the oppression that black people have suffered through this country. They can articulate it. But when it comes down to doing the work, they don't want to do it. Oh my God! When it comes down to getting the work done, rolling up the sleeves, actually doing the work on behalf of black people, they don't have time for it. But nobody can articulate the pain and the suffering and the oppression of black people like the Democrats. But, when it comes, when rubber meets the road, when it's time to do the work, when it's time to get in the streets, when it's time to go to Congress, push a bill, when it's time to push an agenda, they don't have time to do it. They sit on their hands. They'll tell you, we'll look into it. We'll look into it. The work never gets done. The problems still exist. Let's get back into it.
Barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not.
So if you know that, then why aren't you doing things to directly help and affect black people, Kamala? If you know that black people have not had an equal footing, then why are you guys doing things directly for the immigrant class? Why are you doing things, why did y'all push through that Asian hate crime bill? How about that? With all of the oppression, black people not having an equal footing in this country, why have you not done more to help black people, Kamala? You're a Democrat. Black people, you got black women right now. You got black women right now at the campaign rallies, twerking, popping that pussy on a handstand, handing out fish dinners and red velvet cake at the campaign rallies, but you not willing to do nothing for those black women. Oh my God! Let's continue.
And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the Lift Act.
We don't give a damn about your Lift Act. You can lift my nutsack. I don't give a damn about your Lift Act. You're talking about doing things for everybody. Everybody didn't suffer. Everybody wasn't oppressed. Everybody didn't come to this country with slave chains on their hands and on their ankles. Every culture and race in this country didn't go through Jim Crow, didn't go through Reconstruction, Civil Rights era. Every culture and race in this country didn't go through redlining. Every culture and race didn't go through race riots. Black Wall Street. Rosewood. So if you understand that black people have been oppressed, have went through the worst of the worst, why aren't you doing things directly for the black race? Oh my God! We're gonna kick in Kamala Harris's back tonight. The election is going on tomorrow, so I have to kick in her back tonight. I have to kick in her back tonight. It's only right, you know. We're less than, at this point. We got about 24 hours on the clock. Pass me the rock. Pass me the rock. Let's get back into this.
Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit.
How is that directly going to affect black people? You're talking about doing things directly for everybody. She asked you about black people. What are you going to do directly for black people? Not for everybody. Everybody didn't go through the things that we talked about here, the things that I talked about. Every race didn't go through that. So you're talking about doing things for everybody, not directly for black people.
Which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
Exactly. You know, she's not going to do nothing. And all you black women, respectfully, listen, I got nothing but love, admiration for black women. I absolutely love black women. I love black women. But I'm a little disappointed in black women. You're out here campaigning for this woman. You're out here at the campaign rallies. You're handing out fish dinners. You're handing out red velvet cake. You're twerking at the rallies. You got your weave on. You got your eyelashes in. And this woman ain't gonna do a damn thing for you. This woman ain't gonna do a damn thing for you. She's gonna use you for your vote. This is fresh out of the Democratic handbook. You know what the Democrats do. Let me ask black people, and I'm talking to black people. I know we got a couple white people in here, but hear me out. I'm talking to the blackies right now. And when I say blackies, that includes me. I'm a black man. Okay. FBA. I'm an FBA man, right? I'm talking to black people directly. Black people directly. I'm not going to use the N word. I'm going to say black people directly. And forgive me for saying blackies. I'm having too much fun. But yeah, FBA. I'm talking to FBA and black people in general. Have we not learned our lesson from the Obama years? Have we not learned anything? Have we not learned anything from race-based politics? Have we not learned our lesson? Because to me, that's what Kamala Harris represents. More race-based politics. Black people, we got to get away from race-based politics. Just because somebody has a little bit of melanin, just because somebody has Beyonce on speed dial, just because you feel like, oh, this is a black woman and I support all black women, that doesn't mean that this is the right candidate for you, the right candidate for your community. Now, I'm not telling you to vote for Donald Trump, and I'm not saying Donald Trump is the one for you or Donald Trump is the right decision for you. But have we not learned anything from the trickology? I'm going to say trickology. Have we not learned anything from the trickology of the Democrats? How many times has the Democrats tricked us, bamboozled us? How many times, black community, are we going to be tricked by the Democrats when it comes by way of race-based politics? They keep telling us, we ain't gonna do nothing for you. We're not going to work on your agendas. We're not going to incentivize you. We're going to incentivize every other community, whether it's LGBTQ, whether it's Hispanics, whether it's immigrant class. We're going to incentivize every other community but yours. How many times are we going to let the Democrats play in our face, black community? Oh my God! That's my thing. I'm not sitting up here telling you that Trump is the way and Trump is who you should vote for. But shouldn't you be a little bit more vigilant on all the nonsense, all of the BS that we've been through when it comes to the Democrats and the race-based politics? I'm tired of the race-based politics. I'm going to need more than, some high yellow multiculturalist woman, cosplaying as a black woman that's going to galvanize me to vote. I'm going to need more than just that. If Kamala Harris had the track record and she had the allegiance to the black community, where she was on the front lines, putting the agendas that we hold near and dear to our hearts, whether it's reparations, whether it's a hate crime bill, whether it's the anti-lynching bill, whether it's things that speak directly to our community. If she had the track record of doing that, then maybe I could support her. But she doesn't have that track record. She has a track record of locking niggas up. Oh my God! Let's get back into her, stumbling and bumbling over this question. And I want y'all to see her little attitude. I want y'all to see her little funky multiculturalist attitude. She had a little funky attitude in this video here. I want y'all to see that. I want y'all to see that.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit
lies.
Black children, black families, black homeowners. Because the disparities are so significant.
She's saying pretty much essentially what she's saying is, even though black people didn't have an equal footing, black people didn't have an equal footing on this country, if I do something for everyone, it's going to directly affect the black community. That is pure and utter hogwash. If you know that black people didn't have the same disparities, in terms of what happened to them as a race of people, how could you do something for everyone thinking that it will directly affect a community that has been directly affected? That doesn't make sense to me, Kamala. It sounds like hogwash.
So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all.
Now, watch her little funky attitude when she said that she wasn't going to do nothing for black people. Check this out. Check this out. Let's be clear.
Let's really be clear.
Let's really be clear.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Look at that funky attitude.
So I'm not going to sit here and say that.
Look at this.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to.
Look at her bounce around in that chair. Look at the disrespect she showed for black people.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say
Look at how she's bouncing around in that chair. I ain't gonna do nothing for black people. Look, she got the perm bouncing around. I ain't gonna do nothing for black people. Salute to Rick Slick. Salute to Rick Slick. She got the perm bouncing and she got the perm bouncing. I ain't gonna do nothing directly for black people. No. This was utter disrespect. She spit in the face of the black community with this video.
Oh my God!
When she said she wasn't going to do anything directly for the black community, she disrespected the black community. That's what I want black people to realize. With this one video, she disrespected the black community. She spit in the face of the black community with this video. Now let me break something down with this right here. This is what I want black people to realize something. I want black people to realize, especially if you're a Kamala Harris supporter. If you're a black Kamala Harris supporter, I'm talking directly to you. She spit in the face of black people with this video. Let me ask you black people this. If you're a foundational black American, let me ask you this question. When it comes to doing something directly for the LGBTQ community, when it comes to doing something directly for the LGBTQ community, have you ever seen her speak to that community like this? You know, bouncing around in the chair with that funky attitude? I'm asking you, black Kamala Harris supporters, when she talks about doing things for the LGBTQ community, have you ever heard her say, I'm not going to do nothing directly for the LGBTQ community? No! And have that funky attitude. Have you ever seen it? How about, now listen, I have to say this. How about, in respect to that community, what about the European Jewish community? Respectfully, when it comes by way of the European Jewish community, have you ever heard her speak like this to that community? I've never heard her speak to other communities like this. I've never heard her speak to the immigrant class like this. You know, all these different sectors and voting blocks, I've never heard her have this type of attitude, vitriol, disrespect to the black community. I've never heard her speak to other communities like this. But when it comes to the black community, she's bouncing in that chair. I'm not going to do nothing directly for black people. No. Look at the attitude. Look at the disrespect. Look at the vitriol. Hold on. We're going to run that back. We're going to run that back.
Let's be clear about that.
Let's be clear.
Let's really be clear.
Let's really be clear. Let's really be clear.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because
That was disrespectful.
Oh my
I've never heard her speak to another community like that. Never. She look at all the pandering she's done for the LGBTQ community. I'm gonna use pronouns. We're gonna have LGBTQ barbecues on the White House front lawn. All the pandering to these other communities. But when it comes to the black community, you spit in our faces. You bounce around in that chair. You're throwing your weave around. I'm not doing nothing directly for the black community. No. Let's continue.
whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country. Right?
This woman is a clown.
Oh my God!
This woman is a clown. She's a clown, bro. You're telling me this is the woman you're going to vote for. You're going to vote for the Kamala Harris. You're going to vote for Kamala Harris. The bathtub green maker. Maybe we should get into the bathtub greens. Are y'all ready to get into the bathtub greens? Now, black people, I'm still talking to the black population in here. White people, sit back for a second. Let me talk to black people for a second. Talk black to me. This woman said she cooked greens in the bathtub. Now, listen. I've been black for 35 years of my life. I have never heard a black person cook greens in a bathtub. I've never heard that in my 35 years of being a black man. I've never heard that. I've never heard that. Now, let's get into some reasons. Let's get into some reasons why you shouldn't cook greens in a bathtub. Let's get into some reasons why you shouldn't cook greens in a bathtub. Let's play the video. Actually, let's play the video first, and then let's get into some reasons why you shouldn't cook greens in a bathtub. Let's play the video, though.
I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask.
A mean pot of greens. That don't even sound right. I know how to make a mean pot of greens. Kamala Harris, you don't look like you know nothing about no damn greens. Let's be honest. If Kamala Harris pulled up to the Thanksgiving dinner, she pulled up to the Thanksgiving dinner with her damn greens. She would be one of the, you know when people bring things to the family dinners and nobody touch it. Her greens would be sitting there all night. I don't even think nobody would take the aluminum foil off of the damn greens. They wouldn't even take the aluminum foil off the damn greens. They wouldn't even take the aluminum foil off the damn greens. I know how to make a mean pot of greens. Stop it. Stop it. Let's continue.
Asked me to make greens for them for Christmas.
Come on, bro. Do y'all really believe that people were clamoring to Kamala? We have to have another plate of your bathtub greens. Yum, 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 yum. Do you really think, niggas was on their hands and knees? Kamala, we need the bathtub greens. I need another plate. I need another fixin'. I need seconds. I need a plate to go when it comes to the bathtub greens.
Oh my God!
Somebody says she is a witch. That's been prophesized about. Break that down. Break that down. Let's get back into the bathtub greens.
1 year, I had so many that I had to wash that we
1 year, she had so many she had to wash.
ended up washing them in the bathtub.
She had to wash the greens in the bathtub.
Oh my God!
Salute to Nate Zilla with the $5 donation. Salute to Nate Zilla with the $5 donation. If anybody has any thing to add to the dialogue, please put it in the super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. If you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in the super chat. Please put it in a donation. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Salute to Nate Zilla. Nate Zilla says, wonder how her supporters are gonna feel when they can't rip babies apart anymore.
Oh my
Listen, man, Kamala, you know, she's an abortionist. Kamala's an abortionist. They, you know, the Democrats are, you know, warring against, you know, life, babies, you know, and you know, we can get into it. We can get into a little bit in terms of abortion. Listen, man, you know, I'm pro-life. I'm a pro-lifer. I believe that I believe in the conception of life. I believe that young babies deserve the chance to live, to grow, to have a life, to have the opportunity at a life. You know, I think it's very disrespectful when people are abortionists, when people support abortion. Now, listen, are there some rare cases that, you know, abortion may be, understood in? I can understand in certain, you know, we're not going to get into the, you know, the reasons why, but we know, you know, incest and, you know, when someone's been sexually violated, we can understand. But where would we all be if our mothers, our fathers decided to have that procedure? Where would we all be? If all of our mothers and all of our fathers decided to have that procedure done, none of us would be here. So I strongly believe, I'm definitely pro-life. I definitely believe in the conception, and the Democrats are at war with pro-life. They're at war, you know. They're trying to rip the babies out the womb. They don't care if it's 5 weeks, 5 months, 9 months. The Democrats will pull up as soon as the baby is drops from the womb. They don't care how old the baby is. They'll spin the block on the 5th birthday. The Democrats will spin the block on the 5th when the child had his 5th birthday. Yeah, the Democrats don't have no morality. The Democrats are willing to say whatever, do whatever for a vote. They don't have no morality. They don't stand for anything. And when you don't stand for anything, you fall for anything. They're willing to sit with whoever, rock with whatever crazy. And let me put this on the plate. Because I'm gonna throw this out as a theory. Now, I'm not hoping that this happens. Anybody knows anything about NAMBLA? Does anybody know anything about NAMBLA? I'm gonna put this prediction out there. I'm going to put this prediction out there. I just said the Democrats have no morality. They're willing to do anything for anybody's vote. I wouldn't put it past the Democrats at some point in this country's history that they will take a NAMBLA endorsement. I'm going to say it right now.
Oh my God!
I'm not gonna get into that association, and I'm not gonna get into that organization. But anybody that knows what NAMBLA is, I would not be surprised at some point in this country's history, because the Democrats have no morality. They're willing to do whatever for a vote. They'll do anything for a damn vote. We've seen it already. We've seen how low they're willing to go to get a vote. They have no morality. But I could see in this nation's history that the Democrats will want or take a full endorsement of NAMBLA. I could see it happening.
Oh my God!
Somebody said it. Yeah. You know, I don't want to get into that organization, but I'm just saying that that's how the Democrats operate. They don't have any morality. They don't stand for anything. There's nothing that the Democrats stand for. They have no morality. That's why I could never rock with the Democrats. They're willing to tap dance for any demographic. They're willing to tap dance to any crowd. You know? They lick the boots of the bourgeoisies and the celebrities. The celebrities in turn take their money. You know, it's sad to see. Let's get back to these bathtub greens.
So I am not playing around. So
She not playing around about those bathtub greens.
right, Marlon. So I know how to make a mean pot of greens.
A mean pot of greens. Have you ever had greens with pubic hairs in them? Dirt, grime. Maybe a little BO. Have you ever had a little hint of BO in your bathtub greens? How about a little soap scud? You know, a soap scud that gets stuck to the bathroom floor, to the bathtub floor. Have you ever had a little soap scud in your bathtub greens? A little bit of armpit hair. A little bit of hair from the gooch. Have you ever had that? I'm asking tonight. I'm asking that tonight. Have you ever had that? I want to know.
In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub.
Bathtub greens, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's talk a little bit why you shouldn't cook greens or wash greens in a damn bathtub. That's how I know this is not a black woman. Black women don't wash greens in the bathtub. They don't cook greens in the bathtub. They don't wash greens in the bathtub. That's not sanitary. Black women ain't washing greens in the same tub that they wash their ass in. They know better. But some reasons why you shouldn't cook greens in a damn bathtub is because a bathtub has all different things inside of it. You're talking about, you're talking about pubic hairs. You're talking about all types of dirt and grime. So if you were to wash greens in a damn bathtub, you would still be mixing that. You would still be mixing the greens with BO, with soap scud, with pubic hairs, with armpit hairs, with hair from gooch, with hair from your ass. That's why you don't cook greens in the damn bathtub.
Oh my God!
What the hell? What the hell? I can't believe that people ate this up. Especially, we got any FBA in here? We got any FBA people? Any FBA in here? This should have been the #1 red flag when she talked about how she cooked greens in the bathtub. This should have like really ticked everybody off, and any FBA really, any FBA that knows anything about soul food, knows anything about down home cooking, black cuisine, soul food, any FBA people, you should this should have been a red flag here. This should have been a red flag for you. Yeah, man, but yeah, it's absolutely diabolical. Now let's get into a couple of Kamala Harris lowlights. Not highlights, but lowlights. Again, if you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in a super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Again, if you have anything to add to the dialogue, to the discussion, please put it in a super chat. Please put it in a donation. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Become a member today. If you guys want to be up to date on all things politics on this channel, become a member today. Exclusive content, exclusive perks. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Now let's get into a couple of Kamala Harris lowlights. I saw this video, and again, let me know if there's any clips that I forgot, because there's probably some Kamala Harris clips that I forgot. Any Kamala Harris clips that I should be pulling up? There's a couple in this one. Let's take a look at some of these Kamala Harris lowlights.
Break it down in layman's terms for people who don't understand what's going on and how can this directly affect the people of the United States.
So Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists.
Ukraine is a country in Europe.
To another country called Russia.
We campaign with.
Hold on.
The plan. Uppercase T, uppercase P. The plan.
Do you plan to visit the border?
Not today.
When are you gonna go? When do you plan to visit the border? Not today. I gotta buy some new suit pants. I gotta get my nails done. When are you gonna go to the damn border, woman? I just can't believe that any of you guys are really considering voting for this woman. I really can't believe it. That you would consider someone who's done a piss poor job running this country, that you would even consider. Listen, I'm not telling y'all to vote for Trump. But I can't believe that you guys are really considering even voting for this woman. She's done such a terrible job. We can't even think of 3 accomplishments that she's had when it comes to being VP. Can any Kamala Harris supporter? I'm gonna look in the chat real quick. Is there any Kamala Harris supporter that could give me some accomplishments of Kamala Harris as VP? I'm looking in the chat right now. Humor me, as I eat these Cheez-Its party mix rather. Give me a list of accomplishments that Kamala Harris has had as VP. I'm listening. Let me know. I'm all ears. I want to know. Humor me in the chat. Give me one accomplishment. Give me one. I see people saying nothing. Sinclair says, "Uh-oh, the Chex Mix." Nah, it's Cheez-It Party Mix. I don't like Chex Mix. Cheez-It Party Mix. My favorite. Yeah, but give me some, accomplishments of Kamala Harris, man. I just want one. Give me one. Anything of notoriety. And if we can't think of one, then why the hell are y'all trying to put her back in office? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Let's continue though.
Uppercase T, uppercase P. The plan.
Do you plan to visit the border?
Not today.
Not today. Well, when? When do you plan on going to the border? When?
But
she think it's funny. She think it's funny for her to do a piss poor job, never go to the border, and laugh about it. This is your tax dollars, ladies and gentlemen. Hard at work. She's hopping in the Air Force One, flying over here, flying over there, but you couldn't take your high yellow ass to that damn border. When are you gonna go to the border, Kamala? Or not today. You guys should be sick to your stomach when you see stuff like that. But you guys are still on that Democratic plantation, a lot of you. Not the Trump supporters, but a lot of you Kamala Harris supporters, you're still on that plantation. You think it's funny. You think it's funny that she didn't go to the border and that she's laughing about it. It was her job to go to the border. She didn't want to do it.
But I have before, and I'm sure I will again.
I've said.
Hold on. Salute to Sunel. Salute to Sunel Matwani. Is that an African name, or is that like a name from Africa? Sunel Matwani. Yeah, that's a nice name though. Sunel Matwani with the $2 donation. She said, "What could Trump do to lose your vote?" Salute to Sunel Matwani. She says, "What could Trump do to lose your vote?" Trump doesn't have my vote. A lot of people tune into my streams, and they think that I'm like some type of Trump supporter because I criticize Kamala Harris and the Democratic left. No, I criticize Kamala Harris and the Democratic left because black people have been voting for the Democrats for over 50 years, and they've received absolutely nothing for it.
Fire! 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 Fire!
It's not that I'm a Trump supporter. I don't support Trump. Let me tell you why I won't be supporting Trump. I won't be supporting Trump this election season because he is in favor of qualified immunity. There's a lot of things that I agree with Trump in terms of in terms of running the economy, in terms of immigration. There's some things that Trump I actually vibe with him with in terms of his message. But I'm a black man in America. And when you have somebody spewing the rhetoric of qualified immunity, that directly affects my community, that directly affects me. I cannot in good faith support Donald Trump when he supports qualified immunity. Not when we have situations like Sonia Massey, George Floyd, Tamir Rice, things of this nature. We see what happens. We see what happens when police or coming to a call, or they're coming into, they get a call about somebody black in a residence, somebody black in a car. We see how those situations escalate. Sonia Massey, a black woman calls, she's dealing with something in her house. She's dealing with some type of mental, instability at that time. She's calling the police to help her. They come into that woman's house and she winds up losing her life. So now you're going to tell me that Donald Trump is going to give qualified immunity to police officers when we've seen situations where black people be escalated? I could not in good faith vote for a Donald Trump. No way in this world. Absolutely not. So yeah, I won't be voting for Donald Trump. Salute to Sunel Matwani with the $2 donation again. Salute to Sunel. She says, "Are you voting? And if so, for what?" I will be voting. I will be voting for, get this, y'all ready for who I'm voting for? This is who I'm voting for. I will be voting for Dr. Cornel West. Dr. Cornel West is in favor of reparations. I will be voting for him. I was thinking about Jill Stein at first, Jill Stein of the Green Party. But necessarily, no, I don't like all of the things that I've seen in terms of her, running around with Russians and stuff like that. We can't have people like that. I'm not too sure about Jill Stein. I'm a little unsure about Jill Stein and her background. I've heard some things about her close, close allegiance to a couple of Russians and hanging around with Putin and stuff like that. So I'm more so on the side of Dr. Cornel West. I will be voting for Dr. Cornel West tomorrow. He is in the ballot in New York, so I will be voting for Dr. Cornel West. That's who I'll be voting for. Yeah, I will not be voting for Kamala. I will not be voting for Trump. Absolutely not. Neither. So that's my answer, Sunel. Sunel, who will you be voting for, Sunel? Who will you be voting for? Are you on the Democratic plantation? Are you a Trumper? I'm interested to know, Sunel. Who will you be voting for, Sunel? I'm looking at the chat. Who will you be voting for, Sunel? I'm curious myself. Who and anybody and everybody in the chat, let me know. Keep voting in the chat. Keep voting in the chat. We got 700 votes. We got 761 votes. Let me look at the poll real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me look at the poll real quick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we got 75% is voting for Trump and 25% is voting for Kamala. So we got majority voting for Trump in here, majority voting for Trump, and we got a good 25% voting for Kamala. Now, let me tell y'all this. I've been doing these political shows for a very long time. I've been doing them for a couple of months, and every time I do a poll, who to vote for, Trump, Kamala, Trump has won every single time.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Every time I have done a poll on the chat, Trump has won. And listen, we've had a lot of people in here. I've had hundreds and hundreds of Kamala Harris supporters in here. I've had hundreds and hundreds of undecided voters in here. I've had hundreds and hundreds of Trump supporters in here as well. Every time we do a poll, Trump wins. I've never seen Kamala win not one poll. The only time Kamala won a poll, it had nothing to do with politics. It was who has more pantsuits. The poll was who has more pantsuits, Steve Harvey or Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris won that. She won that one. She won that one. But any type of political discussions, who you're voting for, who will you be voting for on election night, Trump or Kamala? Trump has always won. He's always won. So I don't know what that says about tomorrow. I don't know what that says about election night. I don't know. But we're going to see. We're going to find out. Let me stop saying tomorrow because it's election night today. Today's election night. Today is election day. We are here. We will have a new president by today. Let's get back into Kamala Harris, into the lowlights, the Kamala Harris lowlights.
And I'm going to go to the border. And when are you going to the border?
When are you going to the border? How many news anchors asked her when she's going to go to the border? Yeah, I'm up to 3 here. The news woman at the airplane, she asked her. This woman right here, she asked her. There's another newscaster. You got to think about all of these people that asked her when she was going to go to the border. Keep in mind, she was in office for 3.5 years. She's only been to the border one time. And it was during election season. If that don't tell you that this woman is not committed to the job, I don't know what else will. Kamala Harris supporters, if that don't tell you how committed this woman is to the job, I don't know what else will. This woman has a job to be the border czar, right? She has a job. And as much as y'all say, well, listen, she's vice president. She doesn't have any power. She doesn't have any roles to do. They gave her a job to do. Border czar. You're telling me you've been the border czar for 3.5 years and you've never been there only once. And it was for election season. That's you've done an absolutely piss poor job if that's the case. I don't know how y'all can't see through that. I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Again, I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in the super chat. Please put it in a donation. If you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in a super chat. Please put it in a donation. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get back into these lowlights.
Vice President.
The administration has asked... I'm not finished.
I'm not finished. How many times is she going to tell people she's not finished? Very rude. Kamala Harris, she could be rude at times. She could be very rude. You know, I'm not fooled by that little smile she tries to give. She could be rude when she wants to be.
We've been to the border.
We've been to the border. Look. We've been to the border. We've been to the border. She's been to the border one time, y'all. How many times you gonna lie about being to the border?
This whole thing about the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
I'm being clear.
Oh my goodness. The point is that you've never been to the damn border and you were the border czar. That's the damn point. How could you seriously consider voting for this woman? How can you not see how terrible she was at her job? Listen, I get it. Listen, a lot of y'all, Kamala Harris supporters, I get it. You hate Trump. I get it. You hate Trump. You hate what he represents. You hate the rhetoric. You know, I get it. But are you seriously not going to admit that she is just terrible at this job? She's terrible. She's horrible. She's terrible. I get it. Y'all don't like Trump. I get it. But what the hell? She's not good. She's not good at her job.
About the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't...
We're not asking about Europe. We're asking about the damn border. Why haven't you been at the border?
I don't understand the point that you're making.
I'm being clear with you right now.
Yes, okay.
And so if you're interested, I'll continue to be clear. There are a whole lot of people, especially people who live in rural communities, who don't, there's no Kinko's, there's no Office Max near them. It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. We are doing it.
But should we have done it sooner?
We are doing it.
What do you see as the biggest national security challenge confronting the U.S.? What is the thing that worries you and keeps you up at night?
Frankly, one of them is our democracy.
You don't feel misused or underused?
No, I don't.
When folks vote, they order what they want, and in this case, they got what they asked for. I went off script a little bit.
This woman is absolutely terrible.
Oh my God!
Terrible at the job, terrible at the opportunities that she has gotten. And make no mistake, she got hired as a diversity hire. She you know, a lot of people try to wipe that underneath the rug, like, oh no, she got the job because she was great. She got the job because she was the best woman for the job. No, she got the job as VP as a diversity hire. Jim Crow Joe wanted female votes, wanted black votes. So he hired Kamala Harris as a diversity hire. That's how she got her job. It's not a secret. That's not a secret that she got that job because of that. She didn't get the job because she was the right candidate for VP. There was plenty of people that they could have selected. Plenty of people that they could have given that position to that would have done a probably better job. Let's get into this. How about this? Let's get into the because both of them was looking crazy in this debate. But let's get into some of the debate when they had the debate. It's a couple months ago or whatever. Or it was like a month or two ago, really, right? Let's get into some of the highlights from this debate.
She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run.
Run, spot, run. 1 second. Run, spot, run. Hold on. We're going to get into Trump. We're going to get into Trump and Kamala Bear real quick. Run, spot, run. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. We're going to get into Kamala and Trump real quick at this at this debate real quick.
4 sentences that are just, we'll try and lower taxes. She doesn't have a plan. Take a look at her plan. She doesn't have a plan.
I believe.
Does Kamala Harris have a plan? Does Kamala Harris have a plan? I'm asking you guys. Does Kamala Harris have a plan? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think neither one of them have a plan. I think that's indicative of Kamala Harris. And I know, Kamala has the economic opportunity, but I'm talking about a foolproof plan that's going to make America run like a well-oiled machine, get this country running the way it needs to be, securing that border. I don't think neither one of these people have a plan. Somebody says yes. Tell me what Kamala Harris's plan is. I'm all ears. I would love to hear it. Tell me. Somebody says yes. What's her plan? Tell me. What's her plan? What's her plan to get this country running like it needs to be running? What's her plan? Tell me. Humor me in the chat. What's her plan? The people that say, because I seen somebody say yes. I want to know what her plan is. Let's continue.
In the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people.
Listen, Kamala Harris, if you think that dreams, lollipops and rainbows, unicorns, wishing upon a star, if you think that that's going to make the country run like a well-oiled machine, you are sadly in a fairy tale right now.
Oh my God!
That's not how the economy works. That's not how business works. Unicorns, gumdrops and rainbows, lollipops and bubble gum, and wishing upon a star. That's not how the economy works.
And that is why I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy. Because here's the thing.
An opportunity economy. Let's hear more about this opportunity economy.
We know that we have a shortage of homes and housing, and the cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people. We know that young families need support to raise their children, and I intend on extending a tax cut for those families of $6,000, which is the largest child tax credit that we have given in a long time. My opponent, on the other hand, his plan is to do what he has done before, which is to provide a tax cut for billionaires and big corporations.
I have to say this. Kamala Harris is absolutely capping about the tax cut thing. It's like, dog, like, Kamala Harris has sugar daddies in high places. She's going to give her sugar daddies, the ones that have funded her campaign, she's going to give them a tax break. Make no mistake about it. She's going to look out for them. The ones that supported her. Don't be fooled by it. We seen Barack Obama try to pull this too. Like he didn't take care of the sugar daddies that were in his back pocket, you know, funding his campaign. We've seen this before. They're going to take care of the people that looked out for them.
Which will result in $5 trillion to America's deficit.
We're doing tariffs on other countries. Other countries are going to finally, after 75 years, pay us back for all that we've done for the world.
And I agree with that. I think that we should have that. We need, these countries need to be paying us back. You know, a lot of these countries, you know, we've taken care of them. You know, they're reaping the benefits from our economy. You know, we should be getting money back from these countries. Absolutely, man. I think it's time for, because the American people, they're so overtaxed. It's about damn time that we start taxing other people.
Look, we've had a terrible economy because inflation which is really known as a country buster. It breaks up countries. We have inflation like very few people have ever seen before, probably the worst in our nation's history. We were at 21%, but that's being generous because many things are 50.
Yeah, I need you to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Again, I need you to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to add to the discussion or the dialogue, please put in the super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Again, if you have anything to add to the dialogue in the discussion, please put it in a super chat. Please put it in a donation. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Let's continue.
60, 70, and 80% higher than they were just a few years ago. They have, and she has, destroyed our country with policy that's insane. Almost policy that you'd say they have to hate our country. First of all, they bought their chips from Taiwan. We hardly make chips anymore because of philosophies like they have and policies like they have. I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's
Why is that? Why can't Kamala Harris stick to what she believes in? You got to think. Here we are on election night. Right? Here we are on election day. And there's nothing that we know of that Kamala stands on concretely. She used to be anti-fracking. Now she's for fracking. In that clip that I played earlier, she's saying that she won't do anything directly for black people. Now she's, I want to work with black people now. We got the economic opportunity thing for black people. We're going to give free weed to black people. She flip-flops on so many damn things. It's so hard to believe what she believes in. It's so hard to take her, take her word for anything. We still, on election day, we still don't know what she stands for. We barely know this woman, if we're going to be honest here.
Oh my God!
Sinclair says AGR. I booted him. Yeah, Sinclair, boot whoever you want, Sinclair. You already know. Listen, let me tell y'all. If Sinclair puts you in the goo, if Sinclair boots you out of the chat, I can't help you. You will end up in the book of Negroes for the rest of your life. Don't email me, text me, DM me. I can't help you. You have been excommunicated. Let's get back into this. Let's get back into this debate.
She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy. But if she ever got elected, she'd change it. And it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country, and when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country monthly, where it's, I believe, 21 million people, not the 15 that people say, and I think it's a lot higher than the 21. That's bigger than New York State pouring in. And just look at what they're doing to our country. They're criminals. Many of these people coming in are criminals. And that's bad for our economy, too. You know, you mentioned before, we'll talk about immigration later. Well, bad immigration is the worst thing that can happen to our economy.
And make no mistake about when it comes to the immigrants, you know, there's nobody else to blame but Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. They don't want to take responsibility for, you know, opening up the floodgates. They don't want to take responsibility for it. They don't want to take accountability for it. And it really is an issue. It's a real issue. When you see things like this, how about this? Let's pull this up real quick. New York, $5 billion on immigrants. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. As of look at this. Take a look at this, y'all. As of August 2024, the migrant crisis in New York City has cost taxpayers, ladies and gentlemen, nearly $5.5 billion. Over the last 2 years. The cost is expected to double by 2025. So for all of y'all saying, oh, the migrant crisis, oh, they should come over here, and all of y'all that got a soft spot for the migrants and all this other nonsense and stuff like that, like, dog, you're going to be fitting the bill. You're going to be fitting the bill. $5.5 billion. $5.5 billion on migrants. Somebody says that black people's reparations. It could have been. It could have been. That could have been black people's reparations. They giving our money, but see, I'm not even going to make it about reparations. I'm not even going to make it about reparations right now. What about our military veterans? Military veterans out on the streets. What about our homeless? Dog, like $5.5 billion. I don't even know. Let me look up how much it's cost Chicago, because Chicago also, they have a migrant crisis in Chicago. Let me see how much it's costing in Chicago. Because I already knew about New York. Let me see how much it cost in Chicago. How much has the migrant crisis cost Chicago? Because I don't know how much it cost Chicago. Chicago spending, hold on. Look at this article right here. Chicago spending on migrants reaches nearly $300 million. $300 million. $500 billion on the migrant crisis in New York. It's supposed to double. So that's $10 billion by 2025. That's next year. $300 million in Chicago. And you guys are seriously thinking about putting Kamala Harris in office? Are you guys mad? And you know the crazy thing? Somebody said, dude, stop your sound effects. Dude, how about you suck my dick? How about that? Get the fuck off. Get the hell off of my chat. You don't run nothing over here. I run my ship the way I run my ship. I don't go to your job and knock the hamburger and fries out of your hand. Back to the damn topic. You gotta understand, bro. Like I don't understand how, like, you know, the crazy thing is this. The crazy thing is this, right? New York City, right? The state of New York, they're going to put Kamala Harris, they're going to vote blue, clearly. You know, New York is a blue state. They're going to vote, they're going to put, Kamala Harris in office. They're going to vote blue, like they always do, right? They're gonna vote blue. Just for telling me to stop playing the sound effects. I'm just gonna play it even more. I was gonna stop actually, but now just for saying that, we're gonna keep going. Now I'm like really gonna piss y'all off. But the people in New York, they're gonna vote Kamala Harris, all while knowing that the migrant crisis is going to double by next year. They're spending $5 billion now. It's going to double by next year. Listen, can y'all shut up about the damn sound effects? Like, seriously, go somewhere else. I'm not asking none of y'all to be here. Go watch Coco Melon. Go watch one of your favorite influencer. I'm not putting a pistol to your head and making you be here. Go somewhere else. The sound effects is a bit much. Then go somewhere. I'm not asking you to be here. I got loyal people that come here every day. I'm not asking you to be here. Go somewhere else, man. Go brush your teeth, wash your ass, go to bed. Shit, man, go sit down somewhere and eat a banana. Go eat a damn banana. I don't care about what you think about the damn sound effects. Back to what I'm saying, though. But I'm saying, like, New York is going to double. Billions of dollars, dog. It's ridiculous. And New York is going to put this woman back in office. It's crazy. It's shameful almost. But this is what's going to happen. I got to also look into how much California is going. I want to know how much California is spending on the migrant crisis. I got to look that up as well.
They have, and she has, destroyed our country with policy that's insane. Almost policy that you'd say they have to hate our country.
And Trump. Well, as I said, you're going to hear a bunch of lies, and that's not actually a surprising fact. Let's understand how we got here. Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. And they did exactly as he intended. And now in over 20 states, there are Trump abortion bans, which make it criminal for a doctor or nurse to provide health care. In one state, it provides prison for life. Trump abortion bans that make no exception even for rape and incest, which understand what that means. A survivor of a crime of violation to their body does not have the right to make a decision about what happens to their body next. That is immoral. And one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body. I have talked with women around our country. You want to talk about this is what people wanted? Pregnant women who want to carry a pregnancy to term, suffering from a...
I just looked it up. I just looked it up for Cali. It's costing California $5 billion annually. The migrant crisis. More than 2 million undocumented migrants live in California. It will cost the state at least $5 billion annually to provide Medi-Cal to all undocumented immigrants, according to estimated by the Department of Health Care Services. I mean, and you got to think these are all blue. And if you live in a democratically ran state, if you put Kamala Harris in office, you're gonna have to fit the bill. You're gonna have to fit the bill. So when there's not enough money going to education, when there's not enough money going to housing, when you're an American citizen and you're being put to the back burner. But and they're treating immigrants like first class citizens, and they're treating American citizens like second class citizens. You're gonna fit the bill. Somebody said they voted for it. You're right. The Democrats did vote for it. You're right. I agree with that sentiment. Y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
A miscarriage, being denied care in an emergency room because the healthcare providers are afraid they might go to jail, and she's bleeding out in a car in the parking lot. She didn't want that. Her husband didn't want that. A 12 or 13-year-old survivor of incest being forced to carry a pregnancy to term. They don't want that. I'm going to take just 1 minute to explain why your contribution right now is so important. This may not be the news you want to hear, but it is the truth. Donald Trump and his allies are outspending us by tens of millions of dollars, and they have millions more waiting to be spent. The reality is that to win this race, we need more resources. Polls show us this is the closest presidential campaign in 60 years. I share this with you because right now there is still time to do something about it. Every donation will be put straight to use, persuading voters and making sure they turn out on Election Day. We might be the underdogs in this race, but I believe in you, I believe in our team, and let's get to work. Thank you, and please take care. If you want to really know the inside track on who the former president is, if he didn't make it clear already, just ask people who have worked with him. His former chief of staff, a four-star general, has said he has contempt for the Constitution of the United States. His former national security advisor has said he is dangerous and unfit. His former Secretary of Defense has said the nation, the republic, would never survive another Trump term.
See, I'm a different kind of a person. I fired most of those people. Not so graciously. They did bad things or a bad job. I fired them. They never fired one person. They didn't fire anybody.
Yeah, why is that? Why won't Joe Biden and the Kamala Harris administration, why won't they fire nobody? I think it's a smart thing for you to fire people that do a bad job. You know, when they're doing a bad job, you should fire the people. You know, the Biden administration is something they haven't fired anybody. They haven't admonished anyone. They haven't sent anyone home. And maybe that's the reason why the country's been ran so piss poor, because they're not really sending anybody home. They're not firing anybody for doing a bad job. For real.
Having to do with Afghanistan and the Taliban and the 13 people were just killed, viciously and violently killed, and I got to know the parents and the family. They didn't fire. They should have fired all those generals, all those top people, because that was one of the most incompetently handled situations anybody has ever seen. So when somebody does a bad job, I fire him.
This is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. Someone who has openly expressed disdain for members of our military. Understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails.
I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me. They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the
I'm gonna be honest with you. Trump is right. Trump is right. You know, a lot of people talk about the rhetoric of Donald Trump. The rhetoric, oh, Trump, he always spewing hate. He's always spewing this, he's always spewing that, but we never really talk about the rhetoric of the Democrats. The Democrats, they're the ones on, you know, every campaign rally, every interview. Trump is a threat to democracy. Trump is a fascist. Trump is a dictator. Trump is like Hitler. His supporters are garbage. Like, why do we only act like it's only one-sided when it comes by way of Trump? And I thought the Democrats were taking a page out of Michelle Obama's book, right? Remember that whole speech Michelle Obama gave? When they go low, we go high. What happened to that, Democrats? What happened to that whole philosophy when they go low, we go high? It seemed like y'all playing in the pig pen with Donald Trump, if you ask me. It's like, yo, like I feel like the Democrats, they're just as bad. They have the same rhetoric. You know, they're on there calling Trump names. They're on campaign rallies, calling him a fascist, calling him this, a bigot, a racist, everything underneath the sun. So I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Both of the Democratic, both parties are guilty of doing the same, of defaming, recklessly talking about each other. You know, I just feel like, you know, they're both responsible for hateful rhetoric. They're both responsible for, saying a hateful rhetoric, just saying, anti things towards each other. So, I think they're both guilty of that.
Threat to democracy with a fake Russia investigation that went nowhere.
Well, I think this is so rich coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentence.
Look at what's going on in the Middle East. This would have never happened. I will get that settled and fast, and I'll get the war.
How many of y'all believe that? I'm just looking at this debate, and I'm just asking certain things. How many of y'all believe that Trump would have had this whole thing settled with Ukraine and Russia? How many people believe that? I want to know. How many people believe that? Because Trump is friends with Putin. Trump is he's pals, he's pen pals with Putin. He may have been able to stop that. He may have been able to have some type of pull there. How many people believe that, though?
With Ukraine and Russia ended, if I'm president-elect, I'll get it done before even becoming president.
Vice President Harris, he says you hate Israel.
That's absolutely not true. I have my entire career and life supported Israel and the Israeli people. He knows that. He's trying to, again, divide and distract from the reality, which is it is very well known that Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy. It is well known that he admires dictators, wants to be a dictator on day one, according to himself. It is well known that he said of Putin that he can do whatever the hell he wants and go into Ukraine. It is well known that he said when Russia went into Ukraine, it was brilliant. It is well known he exchanged love letters with Kim Jong-un. And it is absolutely well known that these dictators and autocrats are rooting for you.
Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, they were smashing? What you talking about? They were sending love letters.
To be president again, because they're so clear. They can manipulate you with flattery and favors. And that is why so many military leaders who you have worked with have told me you are a disgrace. That is why we understand that we have to have a president who is not consistently.
Is Trump a disgrace? Let me know right now. We got Trump supporters and Kamala Harris supporters in the building. Is Trump a disgrace? They have claimed that Trump said he went to a cemetery. I think it was a military cemetery. And he called the people that laid down their lives for this country. He called them suckers and fools, I believe the quote was. I don't know if anybody believes that. Me personally, I don't know if I believe that. I don't think Trump is that stupid that he would do that at a military cemetery. I think it was maybe somebody at that cemetery that had a gripe or an axe to grind with Trump and possibly embellished that hotel. I don't think Trump is that dumb to go to a military cemetery and say something like that about men and women in the service who laid down their lives. I don't think Trump is that dumb. I don't think Trump is that dumb. You know? Is he full of himself? Does he have a big ego? Is he self-absorbed? Absolutely. But he would have to be pretty dumb to say that surrounded around military men and women at a military cemetery. I mean, I would think he would have to be pretty dumb to just say that around a bunch of people in the service. Like, I don't believe that. And Trump does have a point. Like, he says, like, most of the people, if you really look at it, most of the people who talk down about him are people that he fired. He does have a point with that. Yeah, man. Oh, man, let's get back into it.
Weak and wrong on
Vice
national
President
security,
Harris.
including the importance of upholding and respecting in highest regard our military.
Vice President Harris, thank you.
They're the ones, and she's the one that caused it, that's weak on national security by allowing every nation last month for the year, 168 different countries sending people into our country. Their crime rates are way down. Putin endorsed her last week, said, I hope she wins. And I think he meant it, because what he's gotten away with is absolutely incredible. It wouldn't have happened with me. The leaders of other countries think that they're weak and incompetent, and they are. They're grossly incompetent. And I just ask one question. Why does Biden go in and kill the Keystone Pipeline and approve the single biggest deal that Russia's ever made, Nord Stream 2, the biggest pipeline anywhere in the world going to Germany and all over Europe? Because they're weak and they're ineffective.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Republican.
Hey, listen, man. You guys have a decision to make tomorrow. Well, tonight. You guys have a decision to make tonight. Do we have any early voters in here? Anybody voted early? Any of the mods voted early? Any of the anybody in the chat voted early? Anybody voted early? Anybody voted early? I'm asking. I want to know if anybody voted early. And was there any video? Salute to CJ the Cat. Was there any video that I didn't play of anything that Kamala did? Anybody remember any video that I didn't get to in terms of Kamala Harris? Any video that I didn't get to when it comes to Kamala Harris? Anything that she may have said? I would like to play the 60-minute in it because there was a lot of sound bites in that 60 minutes interview. But last time I put it up, I had a lot of copyrights, so I can't do the 60-minute interview. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, man. Did anybody vote early? Oh, early. Okay, I see somebody said early voter for Trump. Okay. Yeah, man. People voting early for Trump. Okay, that's good. Any early voters for Kamala? Any early voters for Kamala? Any early voters for Kamala? Let me know. Let me know. Any early voters for Kamala? Somebody says voted Trump. Our country from a third world Kamala. Oh, man. Somebody said I look like a judge. Wow. I look like a judge because I have all black on? What are you talking about? Y'all look crazy, man. Is there any video that I forgot to play in terms of Kamala? Anything that I should have played? Is there anything that I forgot to play when it comes to Kamala? If not, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up tonight. It's getting kind of late. I'm clearly I'm gonna do a show tomorrow. There's no way I cannot do a show tomorrow. I have to do a show tomorrow. Tomorrow's election night. I do have to go to work though, so I probably won't be on until late that night. I may do a show early as well, but I'm definitely gonna be on late tomorrow, talking about these things. But I may wrap it up tonight because it's getting kind of late. I'm a little tired. I was at work. Did a show yesterday. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I'm a little tired. Listen, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me go wide on y'all. Even though my light went out. My light went out over on this side. But listen, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Salute to Rio Woodwear. Salute to Rio Woodwear with the $2 donation. He sends me a sticker. Salute to you, sir. Yeah, salute to Rio Woodwear. Salute to you, sir. Yeah, man. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you listen, man. Tomorrow I will be on. Tomorrow, we're gonna talk about the election. We're gonna get into the results. I'm probably going to be on late, though. I'm going to probably be on kind of late. It's probably going to be like 11 o'clock by the time I'm on. Let me know now, though, guys, because is there any video that I should have played when it comes to Kamala Harris? Is there any video? What did I forget to play? I think I may have played everything. Somebody says, resist the snow bunny. Save the blood. Listen, man, there's nothing wrong with snow bunnies, man. If you want to be with a snow bunny, you want to be with a snow bunny, bro. You know, I've never been into snow bunnies. I've always been into black and Latina women. So, but I mean, I don't knock anybody that want to be with a snow bunny. If you want to be with a white girl, you want to be with a white girl, man. It's just what you like, man. You know. what they don't tell you, and I hate to get into this spill, when it comes to like black men dealing with white girls, what they don't tell you is that a lot of those black men that deal with white girls, a lot of those black men, they wanted to be with black girls, but black girls probably didn't like them. Maybe black girls at the time, they were more into gangsters. Maybe they were more into pretty boys. Maybe they were more into the popular dudes in school, and they didn't gravitate to that particular black dude. And then that young man, he probably went off to college. A white girl liked him, and he started dating white girls. That's what they don't tell you. They try to make it seem like it's just some, self-hating black dude that never liked black girls. I disagree with that. A lot of times, those black dudes, they wanted to be with a black girl, but the black girls didn't want to be with them. I've seen that happen. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, so, be with who you want to be with. Whoever you want to be with who you want to be with, man. Life is too short to get kind of tripped up on that, if you ask me. Me personally, I like black women and Latina women, so white girls never gravitated to me. Like, white girls never liked me, so I don't. I've never been tripped up on the whole snow bunny thing. Now, if you said something about Latina women, that'd be a little different. But yeah, it's only been black women and Latina women that gravitate to me. So somebody says, very true. Vote Trump to keep snow bunnies here. Oh, man. Somebody says, once you go black, you're a single mother. What are you talking about? You sound stupid. Stop acting like white men don't leave white women either. Though. Stop it, bro. There's a lot of deadbeat white men too. Like, stop acting like it's just a black thing. There's a lot of white men that they hopped on top of some 300-pound water buffalo white woman, and they left her high and dry. Stop acting like it's just a black man thing. It happens in every race. Happens in the Hispanic community. Happens in the black community, and it happens in the white community. It's deadbeat dads in every race. Yeah, man. Don't try to just put that on black men. They do that in every race, bro. They do that in every race. In every race, they do that in every single race. It happens in every race, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When you talk about like deadbeat dads, and I'm going off on a tangent at this point. I'm just talking, because I like to talk, but if you're talking about deadbeat dads, I don't really think that relates to the era today. Like maybe back in the 90s, back in the 80s, back in the 70s, of course. In this day and age, I see a lot of black men being fathers to their children, bro. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of young black men that have, unless maybe, maybe some of the men, maybe they're incarcerated or something like that. But if you're talking about like this generation of black men, a lot of this generation of black men, they're taking care of their kids. So, I think that's a stereotype that's kind of a old thing. Like that doesn't really pertain to the black men of today. Like I see black men today taking care of their children. Like you may be talking about black men back in the 90s or black men back in the 80s or black men back in the 70s. Like if you're talking about black men and fathers today, like I see black men taking care of their kids. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like in my community, the black men that I grew up with, the majority of the men that I grew up with from my community, I see all of them on Instagram taking care of their kids. To my best friend Jadero, to all the kids, to all the young men that I grew up with in my community, I can't think of not one of them that don't take care of their kids. Every last one of them. To my friend Trav in Virginia, like all of them take care of their kids. So I can't think of not one black man that comes to my mind that I grew up with. I can't speak for in other places, I'm talking about the black men that I grew up with, the black men that I was around. I can't think of not one of them that don't take care of their kids. So when you're saying that stereotype, to me, it doesn't make sense to me, because every black man that I know that I grew up with, that I grew up with. Not the black men of, back in the 80s and 90s. I can't speak to them. But I'm talking about the black men that I grew up with. All of them take care of their kids. So, I mean, I think you're talking about a old stereotype that doesn't really fit anymore, if you ask me. But, hey, it is what it is. But with that being said, hold on. Let me see something. What's Sinclair talking about? Sinclair as a mixed gal, my Anglo side doesn't vouch for Caucasian debris. What's going on in that chat? Hold on, bro. Exactly. Hold on. McGee. Salute to McGee. McGee says, I'm seeing lots of good black fathers. That's what I'm saying, McGee. I see black men today taking care of their kids. So when people say like these old stereotypes, it doesn't fit anymore. Like I see black men take care of their kids, bro. I don't see black men abandoning their kid. Now, if you're saying that, a black man went to jail and he can no longer be there for his kid, that's one thing. But I'm talking about men that are outside, they're productive citizens to society, they got a 9-to-5 and they take care of the kid. That's what I see. I don't see like a bunch of every single father, I mean every single young man that I went to school with, they take care of their kids, man. So I don't know where all of these black men that don't take care of their kids. I don't be seeing it. Maybe in other places, I can only speak to where I'm from. I don't see it where I'm at. Yeah, man. Now, the statistics, you tell me what the statistics are. I'm speaking from personal experience. Forget about the statistics, because like I said, I can't speak to every black man around the globe. Like I'm talking about from what I see, from my community. From what I see from my community, it doesn't pertain. It doesn't pertain. And like I said, there's deadbeat dads in every race, bro. It is. Look up the statistics on that. It's deadbeat dads in every community. You know? That's a fact. Oh, you said, Sinclair says, I booted Caucasian debris out of the chat. Oh, okay. Well, let me pack it up, y'all. Let me get up out of here, man. All right, yo, tomorrow we're gonna do a live stream tomorrow. Tune in around 11. Hopefully they won't call this thing by the time I get out of work. I may do a stream earlier in the day and at night. I may do 2 streams, one earlier in the day and one at night. I may do one right before I vote. I'm gonna see what happens. But stay tuned tomorrow. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, God willing, man. Make sure you guys vote. Make sure you guys be part of the process. Be a part of the process. Don't be a part of the problem. You know? Yeah, be a part of the process. Don't be a part of the problem. With that being said, salute to my mods. Salute to Rick Slick. Salute to Sinclair. Salute to all the mods. Salute to CJ the Cat. Salute to everybody in the chat. Yeah, have a good night, man. I'll see you guys. I can't even say tomorrow. I'm gonna see you guys later tonight. Make sure you guys vote. Make sure you guys vote, man. I'll see you guys later tonight. We out.